Over the past few hundred years, the world has become a much safer place to live in. With the advancement of medicine and technology's influence in the health industry, humans have begun to control diseases and make healthcare more accessible. Life expectancy has nearly doubled since the late 1800s, and infant mortality has fallen from 2.9% in 1950 to 0.7% in 2000. Technology connects us around the world and gives us the ability to find new cures and a more comfortable way of life. Since 2000, the number of inpatient hospital deaths decreased 8%, even as the population increased. Prescription opioids are developed to help people and provide a pain-free way of life, and prescriptions have rapidly increased over the past few decades. Doctors have begun to hand out prescriptions like candy, with over 250 million opioid prescriptions being written every year. So with all these advancements in medicine, the world must be on its way to solving all of our health crises, right?
Has been there. A full-time waitress, she was prescribed opioids after a car accident. In time, scoring heroin became her main line of work.
It is like a job itself, actually. It is.
Just trying to find that day's drugs.
Yes. And then once that day is over, your mind's already going 1,000 times a minute thinking, what am I going to do for the next day?
The rush to release opioids to the public has ruined many lives. The development, advertising, and prescribing of opioid drugs has led to catastrophic rates of overdose and drug addiction, and the pharmaceutical companies take no responsibility for their false advertising. Like all things in the United States, the healthcare industry is profit-seeking. When opioids were first being heavily marketed in the 1980s, pharmaceutical companies advertised that there was a 1% chance of becoming addicted to painkillers. This statistic was taken from the Letter of the Editor section to the New England Journal of Medicine. This statistic had no scientific backing, but was presented as facts to new patients and doctors. Currently, the state of Ohio is suing 5 drug companies for lying about opioid painkillers. When corporations purposely fabricate and misrepresent data in order to get their drugs approved, can you really trust any scientific evidence provided to you? Humans are constantly being marketed to or lied to so large corporations can make a profit. If you can't trust the scientific evidence, then maybe you can trust your very own doctor? That's not the case either. Doctors are financially incentivized to write as many prescriptions as possible for name brand companies. Pharmaceutical companies provide doctors with gifts, medical funds, and dinners to encourage doctors to write more prescriptions to their patients. Data shows that doctors who received no industry gifts in 2014 wrote a mean average of 134 prescriptions for opioids, while those who did receive a gift wrote 539. In just 10 months, one of the largest companies in America shipped more than 3 million prescription opioids to a single pharmacy in a southern West Virginia town with only 400 residents. That's almost 10,000 pills a day on average. The company, McKesson, was fined $150 million, which seems like a big punishment, but that is only 1/1000th of their revenue for 1 year. The rapid prescription of opioids and lack of information regarding addiction has pushed the United States into a crisis. Painkiller users develop a dependency on the prescribed opioids, and when it becomes too expensive, they have to turn to purchasing a cheaper version, such as heroin. Over 70,000 people died due to drug overdose in just 2017 alone. As technology advances, information is more accessible than ever. Scientific studies are just a click away at all times, but it also makes it very easy to mass-produce misinformation. As paragons of skepticism, it is crucial that we dissect the source of information and the underlying intention of all research. While we work to fix the disasters currently plaguing America, questioning what is real has never been more important.